The third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Here we have three new words, that is snarling means that is a warning sound made by animals. Then bearing means bare means uncovered. Then fangs means sharp tooth of animals. In this stanza, the poet says that if the tiger would have been free, what he would have done? He would have snailed around the houses. Snail means he would have given the warning sounds around the houses located at the outskirts of the forest. And he would terrorize people with a sharp tooth and claws. He would be making the people afraid by using his sharp tooth and claws, and he will be even attacking the people. And what would happen? This would create fear among the people living in the villages nearby the forest. So in this stanza, we can see the actual nature of the tiger. If the tiger was in the jungle, he would be a very fearful object to all the human beings in the village. Now we can focus on the literary devices used in the stanza. So obviously you are familiar in finding out the rhyme scheme, and the rhyme scheme is again A, B, C, B, because edge and village are the only rhyming words here. So the rhyming scheme is A, B, C, B. Then again we have the poetry device enjambment. Enjambment means the line continues to next line without having proper punctuation mark. And it is evident in this line, he should be snarling around the houses, comma, at the jungle's edge. That is a correct way. Then here you have a new poetry device, that is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia means we are using the sounds of any animal for the word they are, for the sound they are creating. Like for the example, for the snakes we are using hissing sound of the snake. So actually the snake used to make the sound hiss. This is the sound made by the snakes. Same sound is being used as the word for that sound. Like we used to say the hissing sound of the snake. Then about the honeybees, we used to say the buzzing sound of the honeybees. So this bees are making buzz sound. They are making this buzz sound. So we are using the same sound as the word. Likewise, here is a word snarling, and snarling is used just to denote the sound. It is not having any other meaning. It is just having the meaning of the warning sound. So this is actually a sound. So the word that is denoting the sound is called onomatopoeia. So don't get confused with oxymoron and onomatopoeia. Oxymoron means entirely different things. And onomatopoeia means it is the sounds created by any animals. Next we have the poetry device assonance. Assonance you are familiar, that is we are using a vowel sound, and here you can see two assonance, that is with should around houses. Here we will get the O sound, should around houses. We will get O sound, and I sound is seen in bearing his, white and his. So I sound and O sound is repeated. So we got the poetry device assonance. Then we have the poetry device consonance. Consonance means it is a use of the consonant sound at the end of any word. For example, his, fangs, his, claws. Everywhere a sound is there at the end of all words. Then it is called consonance. The fourth stanza. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Here we can see how the tiger is inside the cage. Now the poet comes to the reality of the tiger that he is inside the cage. And the poet says that the tiger is confined in a strong cell which is made of strong building material. It is made of concrete. Concrete means a building made of bricks, cement, sand, and water is called a concrete. So the writer says that the tiger is confined in a strong cell that is made up of strong building material. And he further says that as the tiger is behind bars, he is very ferocious. Ferocious means very angry, very danger. And that is why he is behind the bars. And he just talks in the cage. He never tries to terrorize the visitors because his power is restricted by the cage. And therefore, he never tries to terrorize the visitors as he cannot attack them. So that is the actual reason why the tiger is silent in the cage. Because even though he is able to make the people afraid, that is good for nothing because he cannot attack the people who are visiting him. Now we can focus on the literary devices used in this poem. First of all, we have the rhyme scheme. Again, we have bars and visitors. So again, the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B. Then we have personification because the writer has used the word he and his. So these are the pronouns we are using for the human being. So we can see the poetic device is personification. Then again we have assonance. Assonance means the use of the vowel sound. Either it can be in the middle or in the last or in the beginning. Either the letters can be seen or sometimes only the sound can be seen. So here sound is seen in locked, concrete and cell. Then we have consonants. That is the use of consonant sound, and here it is S sound. Here we can see both in the beginning and the end we have the consonant sound, like his, strength, bars. His S sound is in the last, strength it is in the beginning, and bars again at the last. So this is also a poetic device, that is consonants. Then we have alliteration, that is a use of the B sound behind and bars. These both are beginning with B sound and it is a consonant sound that is in the beginning. So that is why it is called alliteration. So consonants means it can be at the last. It should be at the last. For example, his and bars, but there we have still another word strength, but the majority goes to consonants. That is why we have given there the poetic device consonants. Then the last stanza. He hears a last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So here the poet says that in the night the tiger hears the sounds of the patrolling cars. And patrolling cars are the vehicles of police which are used to guard at night. And so in the night the tiger hears the sound of these cars. And he then stares at the shining stars with his shining eyes. So we all know that the tigers are having very shiny eyes. And he is staring at the shiny stars with his shiny eyes. And the poet wants to say that the tiger is sad because he is confined in the cage and he cannot do anything. Therefore, he stares at the stars in the night and tries to divert his thought towards them. So here we know he cannot do anything. He is incapable to do anything. That is why he is just diverting his mind by looking at the stars in the night. The poetic devices used in this poem are again a rhyme scheme. We have cars and stars. So A, B, C, B is a rhyme scheme. Then enchantment because tree line continues to line 4 without any punctuation mark. You can see a punctuation mark at the last line, proper punctuation mark. And stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. There actually it needs a comma, but it is not there. So we can say the poetic device used there is enchantment. Then we have alliteration. Alliteration because we have the H sound in he and hears. So that is alliteration, and again we have assonance because the use of I sound in with, his and brilliant. So this is all about the poem, and you have learned many poetry devices. Even though the poem is very simple, there are many poetry devices and you should be familiar, and they are the rhyme scheme, alliteration, then assonance, consonance, enjambment, personification, oxymoron, and onomatopoeia. About 8 poetry devices are there, and you should be well thorough with all these things. And I hope you understood everything. And if you have any doubt, please do clarify at the earliest. Thank you for watching.